Hey, what's going on? Do me a favor. I put up a poll on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok about which one of my pieces of art here is the best. If you could do me a favor, just go find that and comment or vote or whatever. If you had to buy one of these, which one would you buy? Like, gun to your head. If you won't get one of these, somebody gon' nah, never mind. Look, just do me a favor and go and comment or vote or something. I'm not asking anyone to commit to anything. Nobody has to do that right now. But just tell me what your favorite one is. Anyway, thanks. I'd really appreciate that. Hi, I'm on break. So if you're looking for any content from me, I am on break. I did something similar last year, except the last time I told you when I was actually coming back. I'm not going to tell you that this time. I'm not putting it to a date. I'm not doing anything like that because I just don't want to. Let me clarify this. So I have like somewhere around 2.5 hours of recorded audio of me talking about my mistakes and all the different things that I did through 2025. To shorten all of that, 2025 was a test run for a lot. And I failed a lot. But what do I always say? Failure is the roadmap to success. With everything I learned, I started putting all of that into a new project. This is the only thing you're going to hear about this new project that I'm working on. I'm working on it and it'll be out when it's done. That's why I'm taking a break. Because rather than putting things out here and giving you guys this whole grandiose plan and then attaching myself to an arbitrary timeline, I think I just want to work on this. Now, you're probably going to see me pop up in people's comments section and all that throughout the art community because that's who I am. I love being involved in the art community, looking at people's stuff, trying different things, doing DTIYSs. I might even step into some of those, but realistically, what I'm working on right now is my focus. So, when I'm back, I'll be back. There'll be plenty of stuff to see. But until then, the channel, all of that, social media, it's gonna go dark. Either way, you guys keep drawing. And if you see me comment somewhere, say hi. I have a Hello Kitty mug. Hello? The video is going to be a little different here. Let me give you a little update on what's going on. I'm drawing a little something. I'm not going to talk about it. We're just going to establish that right now. I'm not talking about this art. Also, got a Hello Kitty mug. I don't want to hear nothing from y'all. It's Swans, but I wanted some coffee. And that mug was available. Am I ashamed? No, this is a very well-made mug. Anyway, moving on. All right, guys, on to the art news. So we're going to start with PewDiePie. PewDiePie got to go to Wit Studio to draw and animate. Yeah, so if you remember, Felix showcased his art journey 2 years ago. He posted his first video about 100 days of drawing. And it was so great, the type of progress that he made within just that video. But then he followed it up later on that same year, doing a collective 365 days of art. Straight up flexing on 80% of the active online art community, basically showing that he was able to kind of catch up to a bunch of us and eclipse a bunch of us all in a year. Crazy, right? Well, I'm not mad at it. I love more artists getting in here. But the bigger thing about this is that now he was contacted by Wit Studio and he showed up and just posted a video about him being able to take a quick little tour, or at least, well, it looks quick in the video. He's probably there all damn day. He went to every section and they even had him do a croquis session. How do I say it? I wrote it down and now I don't even remember how he said it. Croquis, whatever. Is it French? I don't know. Either way, he sat there. They did like a 30-second thing and then they did a 3-minute session thing, which was crazy. What's really funny is I think that the people at Wit Studio have a crazy sense of humor. Not only did they bring him into this session, but then they sat him right next to Atsuko Nozaki, one of the directors. Like, why would you do this to him? That was savage. It was funny though. I mean, you know, it was all in good fun. I think it was great. And so after also participating in a review and all of that, he got to animate, which is crazy. He did a little bit of thing, got to use their software, got to kind of go through the process with them. It was amazing to see. They ended the tour with, you know, all this wonderful experience and knowledge that they gave him by giving him a bunch of cool merch. So I think that was a great little experience, and I love the fact that he got to participate in that. If you guys want to see that video, please click the link above. That takes you straight to his video and his channel. Just, you know, enjoy that. Enjoy the experience. Learn a little bit more about animating in the anime world. Moving on, we've got Kelsey Rodriguez. If you don't know who Kelsey Rodriguez is, she's dropped more information about how to build your art business into something much more creative and possible. So Kelsey Rodriguez is a painter, business owner, and online artist that has built her brand on not just being a good artist, but providing some interesting art business tips. I've been tuning into her channel for a while, and you know, I like to pick up different tips and tricks that she's dropped. Over the last 3 years, I've seen her talk about a lot of really interesting things that I think have kind of helped me frame things mentally. She ended last year with a 10 times revenue task guide, and some of these things are definitely aspects of my business that I'm going to be kind of beefing up and trying out myself. I think it's going to help me keep myself accountable and more transparent about what I'm putting out there, even though I'm definitely still not telling people about what project I'm working on. Sorry, it is what it is. Kelsey has already dropped 2 more videos this year, so if you're interested in anything she has to offer, please check out her channel. I'm gonna have everybody's channels linked somewhere below, probably the videos that they talk about or the channels in general, but go ahead and check those out. All right, we're gonna move into the next, where we talk about Zero. So Zero Needs Coffee is a Devil May Cry content creator. Of course, I'm a Devil May Cry fan, which is how I have found him. Every now and then, I pop in on some of these creators' videos. Now, last year, Zero did a face reveal, showing that he was just a chill guy. But then last week, he suddenly dropped a Q&A video showing that he's also an artist. He even talks about art and art tips at some point, which is great. So, you know, it's really nice to see that there are other content creators that are also artists that are kind of just flexing that ability here and there. He went through a Dante sketch, he inked it, he marker colored it, and then he got some color pencils and went ahead and deepened those values. It was beautiful. I commend him. It was great. He also talked a lot about what kind of DMC adaptations he'd like to see, and I agree wholeheartedly. You guys know I've given my whole take on what I would do for DMC, you know, how I would write it if I were to write a reboot. And some of the stuff he talked about was very different from what I would do. He wants something that's canon, that's locked into, you know, the already established story, and I agree with that. I would love to see that as well. You can have multiple ideas existing at the same time. That's why we have all these different reboots anyway. But like, ignoring all that, we're talking about art news. If you guys want to see his video where he does his DMC art, please go ahead, check it out. It's linked above. We're moving on to Sam Does Arts now. So you guys already know that I'm going to pop in here and talk about Sam, because why not? So he put out a video last week talking about the terrible Twitter Grok AI problem. If you're unfamiliar, X, formerly known as Twitter, but come on, nobody calls it X, they updated their app and they added in some edit image button that is integrated with their AI. It sucks. Clearly, that's not a good thing, because all the different terrible prompts from the worst parts of the internet are now being used to manipulate people's images without their consent. It's terrible. Sam details this, so pop over to his video and hear more about it. You know, listen to his points that he makes about how terrible it is. And as terrible as this is, I am super happy that I never posted any of my art there, and that I actually deleted my Twitter like 6 to 8 months ago. It was completely unrelated to this. I was just never really seeing positive information coming from Twitter. Yeah, that might have to do with the algorithm, whatever. Doesn't matter. I didn't like it, so I didn't want it anymore. More though from Sam on a positive note. He posted another video about signs of being a good artist. So if you want some feel good notes, something to kind of help you frame your mentality for this year and what your goals are going to be, please listen in, figure out whether you're a good artist or not. He brings up some pretty solid but basic points. Moving on, we are talking about Jackie Drutko. So she took a nice look at her art school sketchbooks, and I always find these videos super fascinating. They're very informative to an artist's journey and what they've been through. It really doesn't have to be like an art school sketchbook or whatever. It just a sketchbook from the past always shows how people have evolved. As an artist myself, going back through like any of my old folders or sketchbooks or anything like that, I find it really fun to kind of see where that journey took me. Of course, I have so much more insight when I look into it, because I know where I was when I sketched something like that, or when I finished it, or whatever it is. And it really helps. It's kind of nice to just see that evolution. But I like seeing other artists, all of that stuff, imagining where they were mentally when they created a lot of this stuff. It's just fun to see. All right, guys, that is all of the social media art news that I've got for you for now. I don't know how often I'm going to pop in here and do this, but I like it. I really do like coming in here and just talking about things in the art community. Like I said before, I'm taking a break, and you guys are going to see me out and about, just in comments here and there in the art community. If you see me out there, say hi, ask questions, whatever. The current project, I'm not talking a whole lot about. It just is what it is. And, I think that that's okay. I think that's fair. You'll see it when it's done. But regardless of all that, I will be ingrained in the community, just kind of popping in, saying hi, saying, what I like, what I don't like. Maybe I see your artwork and I really like it and I want to say something. If you see me there, feel free to comment under whatever I say. And also, if you guys are interested in hearing about other artists, other creators, or anything else, message me or send me an email at sofakingduck@gmail.com. The duck has different things to talk about, so just reach out, see what we can make this into. I don't know. I'm just having fun. I'm just out here enjoying the art community, enjoying my place in it. But real quick reminder, I do still have that poll up on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Which one of my art pieces here is the best? There are 5 or 6 different ones. Just tell me which one you like the best. And, do me that favor. Keep it moving after that. I don't know. Comment, talk to me all damn day. I don't really care. Just give me a little bit of help here. Give me a little bit of inclination. I don't know. With that being said, I will see you soon.